Yep, you heard that right, Neymar, back at Santos. I know what you're thinking. Is this just a rumor, or could it actually happen? Well, let me tell you why Neymar's return to Santos would be absolutely huge for him, the club, and the entire football world. First, let's take a trip down memory lane. Santos FC is where Neymar's journey began. This is the club that shaped him into the player we all know and love today. From the moment he stepped onto the pitch, it was clear that he was destined for greatness. Santos wasn't just a stepping stone for Neymar, it was the stage where his skills, vision, and creativity blossomed. Imagine him walking back into that stadium, stepping onto the pitch where he made history. It's a full circle moment. For Neymar, returning to Santos wouldn't just be about football, it would be a return to his roots, a reconnection with the fans who first fell in love with him. Can you picture it? Neymar in that iconic Santos jersey, playing in front of those passionate fans who saw him grow into a superstar. It would be an emotional moment for everyone involved, the fans, Neymar, and the whole football world. But let's talk about what this could mean for Santos. Recently, Santos has faced some challenges. While the club has always had a rich history, their recent years haven't been as glorious as they once were. But Neymar's return could be just the spark they need. It's not just about Neymar being a world-class player, it's about what he represents. Neymar coming back to Santos would not only elevate the team's on-field performance, but also raise the club's stature globally. Having a superstar like Neymar back would put Santos back in the international spotlight, bringing attention and recognition that they desperately need. Think about the impact he would have on the current squad. Neymar is a born leader, and his presence would be felt by every player. Just his experience alone could help guide the next generation of Santos players, and we could see a revitalized team with a much-needed boost of confidence and motivation. And it's not just about the players. Neymar's return could be a big step in improving Santos' overall infrastructure. More attention means more investment, and that's something Santos could really benefit from moving forward. Now, let's zoom out and talk about the bigger picture, Brazilian football. Brazil has produced some of the most legendary footballers in history. Pelé, Ronaldo, Ronaldinho, the list goes on. But in recent years, Brazil's dominance on the world stage has taken a hit. The national team hasn't won the World Cup since 2002, and while there are still plenty of talented players, there's been a sense of something missing. Neymar's return to Santos could be the catalyst for a revival of Brazilian football. Neymar is already one of the most recognized and loved players in the world, and his return to his home country could inspire a new generation of footballers. Young Brazilian players would look up to Neymar even more, knowing that he's giving back to the country that made him who he is. Neymar coming home could bring a renewed sense of pride to Brazilian fans and inspire a resurgence of talent across the nation. It's not just about Neymar's skills on the pitch, it's about what he represents for Brazilian football, a symbol of excellence, passion, and creativity. And let's not forget the importance of football culture in Brazil. Brazil has always been a footballing nation, with kids playing the game in the streets, on beaches, and in every neighborhood. Neymar's return could inspire millions of young kids to pick up a ball and start playing. The energy and excitement surrounding Neymar back in Brazil would be contagious. Imagine the buzz around Santos games, the streets filled with kids pretending to be Neymar, and the pride the entire country would feel as one of its own returns to lead the charge. Neymar's presence would create a footballing revolution in Brazil, re-establishing the love for the game at the grassroots level. Who knows? We might see the next Neymar or the next big Brazilian star emerge from the shadows, all thanks to his influence. In fact, we could already see this with the way the media and social networks would elevate the spotlight on Brazilian youth academies and players. But there's more. We know Neymar is still at the top of his game, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Neymar might have left Santos for bigger clubs in Europe, but he still has plenty of magic left in his boots. Imagine Neymar scoring those jaw-dropping goals, slicing through defenders with ease, and delivering the kind of assists that only he can pull off, all while wearing the Santos shirt. The Brazilian league would be taken to a whole new level with Neymar leading the charge. His return would inject flair and creativity into the league, making it even more entertaining to watch. And you know what that means: more eyes on the Brazilian league, more excitement, and more opportunities for local clubs to grow. Neymar's return to Santos could also attract global sponsorships and partnerships, which would help elevate the whole league and Brazilian football in general. It's a win-win for everyone involved. But beyond the football, Neymar's return to Santos would be a celebration of the beautiful game. Football isn't just about the players, it's about the culture, the passion, and the fans. Neymar is a global icon, but to see him return to his roots and reignite the spark of Brazilian football would be a moment to cherish for years to come. The energy around Santos games would be electric, the fans would be on their feet, and Neymar would have the chance to show the world once again why he's one of the best to ever do it. And if we take a closer look at how the return of Neymar could influence Santos' rivals in Brazil, it would raise the competitive stakes of the Brazilian league. We're talking about an influx of talent, both on and off the pitch. Santos wouldn't just be revitalized, they'd be the team to beat again, pulling even more attention and drama into an already thrilling league. Can you imagine a Brazil where the return of Neymar not only inspires his own team, but forces everyone else to raise their game? So, why is Neymar coming back to Santos such a big deal? It's not just about the player, it's about the story, a full circle moment for one of the most iconic players of our generation. It's about reigniting the passion for Brazilian football, reviving Santos as a top-tier club, and inspiring the next wave of players to follow in Neymar's footsteps. Neymar coming back to Santos is about more than football. It's about legacy, pride, and the love for the beautiful game. It's about creating something special that will resonate for generations to come. Football needs a shakeup, and Neymar's return could be exactly what Brazilian football and the world needs. What do you think? Would Neymar's return to Santos be the best move for him and Brazilian football? Could it spark a revolution? Let me know your thoughts in the comments